Good morning. Give me just a second here. It's Thursday. You know it's Thursday, okay already? Facebook, I tell you what, I can't even use the words that I want to use for Facebook right now. Can't even use those words. I can't say them. Anyhow, we'll just leave it there. How are you today? I'm doing fine. Now, I don't agree. Hey, by the way, I'm your host, BKP. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Good morning from the office, yada yada. You know the deal. You know how it works. You've been here before. I do not agree. I'm very angry. Why the hell can't I have anything on the desk? I get a lecture every day. Take everything off the table. Take everything off the table. It looks better.
Intervention.
Intervention, yeah, okay. All right, that's what I need. That's what I need, it's an intervention. All right, I'm ready to go here. Good morning from the office. I am BKP, your host. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. We got a couple things. Now, today is Thursday, correct? Correct? Yeah, it's Thursday. And that means tomorrow will be our Friday show, always on the road there at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Tomorrow morning we'll have our Ask the Doc segment with Dr. William Whaley, and we do have our Pet of the Week back. We know the Humane Society of Blue Ridge has had some, staff that had to do other things, take some personal leave and so forth, that's made it difficult for them to get a pet over to the show on Friday. But tomorrow we have been told there will be a Pet of the Week. Just makes my week when they bring a dog over. I don't know what the hell will happen if they ever bring a cat. Ruin my damn weekend. No, I didn't say that out loud. Did I say that out loud? Anyhow, the Humane Society of Blue Ridge will be bringing over a Pet of the Week tomorrow, and then we'll have our all-star political pound. I do not dislike cats. Don't take that wrong. It's just the allergies, you know what I mean? And don't tell me I could take a Benadryl and it won't bother me. It seems like everything. I'll tell you why I'm worked up. Carla's Corner at 8:30. I am about frustrated. Put up my picture of Mike Pompeo and Kim Jong-il. Whatever the hell his name is, all right?
It's Kim Jong-un.
Thank you very much. I needed that. Anyhow, so what is really bothering me is the fake news. Now, hold on. I'm not allowed to have anything on my desk, but let me give a shout out here. This is my... I support President Trump, not fake news media. Okay, that's my sign here. I'm not allowed to have it on the table. There's a reason I have the Reagan Diary up here. But anyhow, the media is so upset that Donald Trump calls them fake news, but we know. So let me do some things clear. I'm going to be very serious this morning. This is a serious morning because we know that anytime there's a presidential trip, no matter where it is, there's a presidential trip, okay? There is an advance team that goes. You don't know about it. The media doesn't know about it. It's not in the news. It's not in the press releases. Advance teams go at any time. That's number one. Number two, the media wants to lead you to believe that Mike, put on a mask and jumped a commercial airliner and took a commercial airliner. He had the middle seat. God knows you don't want to take the window seat. Oh, there's a whole different thing now. Yes, sir. Would you like the window seat? No, I want to rethink that, okay? So anyhow, so they want you to believe that Mike Pompeo jumped a commercial airliner, took the middle seat, put on a disguise, and dropped in by parachute by himself to meet Rocket Man. That's what they want you to believe. This is why you can't believe them, folks. You cannot believe them. It's not possible. And I told you yesterday, Fox News, I like so many of them on Fox News. But it's comfort food for Republicans a little to the conservative side. It's comfort food for them, okay? It's burgers and fries over there at Fox News. It's the feel-good channel for Republicans. So all the media wants you to believe this secret meeting, the bombshell, the exposure of the secret meeting. Will this hurt Pompeo's possibilities of being confirmed Monday as Secretary of State? Folks, it happens. There has never, quotation, air quotes, you hate those, there has never been a presidential trip that there's not advanced teams. Pompeo did not go by himself. You will learn in the future that Pompeo was joined by a team. Okay, I will guarantee it. I am going to reach out on a limb because I lead the league on reaching out on a limb, okay? And I'm going to say that if and when it's ever put out there, there may have been lower level staff from the State Department with him. Maybe. But Pompeo did just not by himself. I guarantee that, all right? A team went. That's my play this morning, okay? Now, Mike Pompeo has been confirmed. They act like that Trump went in somewhere and found a guy. Damn it, he's not a guy. He's Mike Pompeo. These are senators. Oh, Menendez and all of them come out yesterday. Well, it was right before Congress, and we're very disappointed that he did not, when asked about North Korea, discuss some of the things. No, he didn't. They're laying very secretive groundwork to this meeting that some things we don't want out 3 weeks in advance. There's certain groups out there in the world that we don't want them to know where we're going to be and at what time and exactly the itinerary between these two leaders. The media knows that, but they sensationalize it as though Donald Trump once again does not know how things work. It's working exactly as planned, folks. That's the way you do it. When Trump announced he would meet with Rocket Man, did the media not think that somewhere at some time an advanced team would go over and lay some groundwork? So, folks, let me just say this. They want to treat you, the American people, like Donald Trump picked Mike Pompeo just out of a group somewhere and said, Mike, can you go over and feel this guy out? Not, feel him out. Get a little touchy-feely. See what he's like. See what I'm up against. Hey, Mike, go see what I'm up against. How ridiculous are we getting in this country? How ridiculous. Mike Pompeo on with Chris Wallace not even a month ago or 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago. Chris Wallace asked Pompeo, the CIA, one of their number one things to do is a profile on leaders. A psychological profile, a complete profile on foreign leaders. They do this. They got a whole file ready. They go through everything they can on this guy. Where he eats, where he sleeps, who he talks to, what's he watch on TV. And Pompeo said, our psychological and our evaluation of this guy, all right, he's not crazy. So they act like they send somebody that's, just a guy they picked out at the mall. It's Mike Pompeo. First of all, he's a CIA director. First of all, overwhelmingly, Senate approved him. Now, not even a year later, he has to go up for confirmation again, basically asked all of these questions again and intensified. And now it's, we don't know if Mike Pompeo can get through confirmation Monday. Why the hell for Secretary of State? Overwhelmingly. So you have a confirmed by the Senate, a duly appointed CIA director that has been named Secretary of State, when confirmed Monday, will actually be the Secretary of State in charge of going with a delegation with the president to these meetings. But the media somehow finds it's out there in left field, the left, for Pompeo to go to North Korea in advance of this upcoming meeting. That's how ridiculous these people are. How ridiculous they are. So Mike Pompeo goes over there, and the North Korean media releases that he was very diplomatic, okay? And the media goes to the left and is screaming about this secret meeting. It wasn't a secret, folks, to President Trump. It wasn't a secret to the team that needed to know he was there. It wasn't a secret to James Mattis, because James Mattis is the military secretary of military. What if Pompeo gets in there and something goes wrong? It wasn't a secret to the people that needed to know. And it's okay. And it's the proper thing to do. Now, here is something I want to say before Carla's Corner at 8:30 this morning. Carla's Corner coming up. I want to say this. The media cannot take, the left cannot take these kind of accomplishments. They can't take it. They don't want these accomplishments in advance. But Trump, as I told you yesterday, the President of the United States, which I support, they want to lead you to believe that he's babbling up and down the hall of the West Wing and he doesn't know what to do, and the only way he knows how to govern is to look at TV and see what Steve Doocy or Brian Kilmeade tells him in the morning, and if Judge Napolitano agrees. That's ridiculous, folks. Absolutely ridiculous. He met with the President of Japan, all right, and extensively. He's doing everything he has to do. He's met with the President of South Korea. He took a full Asian trip to talk to all of our allies. He met yesterday with South Korea and Japan, one of our number one allies there in the Asian Peninsula, South China Sea. All right. He met with one of our number one allies, the President of Japan. You remember, like Japan, they kept launching the missiles towards Japan. So he has a great meeting with the President of Japan. Everything is set like it's supposed to. Right? Now, there's times when I have to get out of the way and let people that just say it better than me. There's no way I can compare to the wit and humor on some days of some people that I have to just get out of the way. But before I play this clip, okay? Before I play this clip, give me a minute. The media has lost their mind over this meeting. America, please do not forget Otto Warmbier. Put that picture up. I asked you this morning why all the media is going crazy, okay? All the media is going crazy. Please do not forget Otto Warmbier. Can you not hear me in there? I mean, do you not hear that I want the picture before 9 o'clock, please? I know I'm not being nice today. I already warned them all over the place. It just wasn't in me today. It's not personal with the staff. It's just I got some things. These kind of things really upset me. I'm not mad at Amanda, other than the fact it took her too damn long to get the picture up. But outside of that, I'm not upset with the staff here. I am so. Please, I'm asking you, America, do not forget this guy. The media is out there going berserk over Pompeo visiting North Korea. All right? What will Trump get out of the deal? Are you not tired of what will Trump get out of the deal? How will he keep from being fooled or tricked, just like Clinton, just like Madeleine Albright, just like all of the buffoons before him? How will he get any accomplishment that you and I can see? Folks, a State Department that failed, a president that failed, a president and a State Department and a cabinet and a Clinton and a Blumenthal and an everything piece of garbage was too busy covering and running defense for the crime family. Too busy. All of them were trying to cover their criminal activity up to worry about this kid, Otto Warmbier. To all of them. Too busy with Hillary Clinton's campaign. This kid's dead. Guess what? President Trump brought him home to bury him on U.S. soil, America. The President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, the buffoon that you laugh at on a daily basis, media, brought this kid home so his parents Trump secured his release from North Korea so his parents could bury him, I think, out in Ohio. Brought this kid home. This is one of the things that just crushes me every time I see those sorry pieces of garbage on the media discuss all this crap about Russia and all this crap about collusion when the actual people that are responsible for the crimes were too busy working out their details to not get caught, with a former disgraced FBI director, James Comey. And I don't give a rat's you know what that he went on The View yesterday. I don't want to hear a damn word about him giggling all over with those girls, all right? And I know that they could have got this kid out, not just breathing, but able to have a life, that President Donald J. Trump. Now, you remember the jackass father? Was it the basketball players went to China and the President of the United States secured these, what were they? Were they UCLA or whatever basketball players that were in China, and the jackass stole a pair of sunglasses, and his piece of garbage dad said don't, and they apologized, and they went on the national news and thanked the President of the United States for their release, and the dad said he would have really done something if my son would have rode home on Air Force One. Remember that? Oh, well, if he'd have rode home on Air Force One, then he would have really done something. Well, let me tell you where I'm going with that. Okay? I keep hearing denuclearization. Okay? I keep hearing, what will Trump get? Over and over. How will the media handle? Do you realize there's three North Korean Americans that are held hostage today? Not North Korea, Korean Americans. There's 3 Korean Americans held hostage in North Korea today. Do you realize that? Has the news told you that? No. What if, let's just say, what if these 3 right here, and I'm on a roll so I can't pronounce the names, okay, so we'll just say it at that. What if these 3 hostages here, these Korean Americans, what if Trump finishes their first trip to North Korea with Rocket Man and the media takes pictures? What if of Donald J. Trump going to Air Force One and standing aside and letting these 3 Americans ride home on Air Force One? What if? I mean, how about that for a thought? Donald, if you're listening, there you go. Shove it right down their throats, Donald. Put these 3 on Air Force One and bring them home after that meeting, and let's see if the media's head can figure out how to turn that into a crisis. Let's see. You know, yesterday, and I'm going to get to the meeting, I mean, they forgot. Go to Donald Trump, okay? Go to Donald Trump yesterday's press conference. I think I said started at 1:21 or something. Go to there. Do you have that? Okay, go to that, and I'll let you know when to come back to me.
Thank you, Mark, very much. The fact is that they do have 3 prisoners. We have been talking about them. We're negotiating now. We are doing our very best. As you know, they've been there a long time, and it's harsh treatment. We fought very hard to get Otto Warmbier back, and when we came back, he was in very, very bad condition. It was a very sad event. We are likewise fighting very diligently to get the 3 American citizens back. I think there's a good chance of doing it. We're having very good dialogue. We will keep you informed, but we are now. We are doing our very best. As you know, they've been there a long time, and it's harsh treatment. We fought very hard to get Otto Warmbier back, and when we came back, he was in very, very bad condition. It was a very sad event. We are likewise fighting very diligently to get the 3 American citizens back. I think there's a good chance of doing it. We're having very good dialogue. We will keep you informed, but we are in there, and we are working very hard on that. We have come a long way with North Korea. We were, as you know, and when I say we, for many years they've been talking to North Korea, and nothing's happened. This should have been taken care of by past administrations when they were not nearly so far along. But we put unbelievably powerful sanctions on and many other things. I want to thank publicly President Xi of China, who has done more for us than he's done for any other administration or than any leader of China has done for any president or administration. He has clogged up the border, as you know, and he's done it very, very powerfully. He would tell you himself that he never thought he would go to this extent, and I appreciate that very much. But it's put a lot of pressure on. As you know, 93% of the goods coming into North Korea come in from China, and President Xi understands that this is a very important set of months that are lying ahead. He doesn't want to see a Korea, North Korea, or any Korea that has nuclear weapons either. So he's also fighting for China when it comes to this. But he has been terrific. Can he be better? I always say, yes, he can be better. I said, President, you've been great. Can you be better? Yes. But he's been very good, and it's had a big impact, and what we've done has had a big impact. So we've never been in a position like this with that regime, whether it's father, grandfather, or son, and I hope to have a very successful meeting. If we don't think it's going to be successful, Mark, we won't have it. We won't have it. If I think that it's a meeting that is not going to be fruitful, we're not going to go. If the meeting, when I'm there, is not fruitful, I will respectfully leave the meeting, and we'll continue what we're doing or whatever it is that will continue, but something will happen. So I like always remaining flexible, and will remain flexible here. I've gotten it to this point. President Moon,
Okay, folks, a couple of things that I wanted to bring out on that. Number one, he brings up Otto Warmbier, okay? And the media is so far out there, okay? So far out there. Let me tell you something. President Donald J. Trump has a heart. And while other networks that I watched at 6 a.m. is discussing a Playboy centerfold, okay, we're discussing actually people, all right, lives. All right, all lives matter, especially the ones that are in captivity in North Korea right now. President Trump brings up this young man, okay? Brings him up. He's brokenhearted. They are negotiating the other 3. So what I'd like to see is okay, I'd like to see the 3, put those up, Korean Americans that are in captivity in North Korea get on Air Force One and leave with the President of the United States. How about shoving that down the throat of the basketball player's dad who only stole a pair of sunglasses that didn't get to ride Air Force One? How about shoving that down the throat of the media if they get on Air Force One and come home with the President of the United States? Wouldn't that be nice? What will they do? How will they report that? They can't take this accomplishment that's happening over and over piece. So I'm going to get out of the way and I'm going to play this clip. Let's play it right after the break, because there's a time there's a time when I have to get out of the way. Oh, I said that 4 times. And just let somebody else sum up the left. I'm going to do that right after this break. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. A couple things. I apologize if you tuned in to watch Carla's Corner. She's at a conference this morning and not able to be with us. We apologize for even announcing it, not thinking about Carla's at a conference. So moving right along, a couple of announcements. Obviously, tomorrow we'll be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. We have our Ask the Doc segment. Ask the Doc segment, and can we name Thursday Bad Word Thursday? Or I can't do that because I mean, so people know in advance. I can't do that because some days I just come in and I can get through 2 hours, not say any bad words, but then some days the media sets me off like they did every damn day. Oh, there you go, and I use some bad words. What was I talking about? Oh, tomorrow we're going to be at Circuit World. And what's that mean? I don't know what the hell that means. Oh, Ask the Doc, 8:15. Then we have the All-Star Political Panel. And then we have our pet of the week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. And we do have our pet back. I can't wait. And we have a whole list. Tomorrow we have a whole list. Sam will put it together today with them, Amanda. We have our whole list of dogs that have been adopted. We got this. They've all been on Pet of the Week. They're all former stars. You know, we'll have to do a reunion show one day and bring in like 3 dozen pooches. You know what I mean? Invite them in. Oh, yeah. Sorry, the balloons that just went off over there and the little party favors. Oh, yay. Yeah. I want to do a whole reunion show. Pet of the Week reunion show. Where are they now? Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you call me ridiculous? Well, I'm the one that wants to do it anyhow. Anyhow, tomorrow we have a special for you. If you go, I want you to do me a favor. Do me a favor. Find us on Facebook, Team FYN Sports. Team FYN Sports. Find us on Facebook, like our Fetch Your News Facebook. But Dave Garner is starting a show this coming Monday morning, 1 hour every Monday morning live. North Georgia's only live sports show, online sports show, every Monday morning at 10 o'clock, instant replay with Dave Garner. Find the clip there. We got a video that we put out, that Dave put out, telling you about his new show coming up. And then also Dave will be spending a couple minutes. Dave Garner will be spending a couple minutes with us tomorrow on the show, just giving us a preview of what the upcoming show will look like starting Monday. Instant replay with Dave Garner at 10 o'clock. I mean, it's going to have everything, but I'll let him tell you. Find it on Facebook. We got like a 2-minute clip on there, a little promo clip you can see, and then he'll be joining us for just a couple minutes tomorrow to discuss how he's getting ready for this show. Now, Saturday, FYNTV.com, you will be able to watch it live at 11 o'clock. Find our Facebook page. And you think while I'm talking, you could put the damn stuff up to tell the people how the hell to find us? I mean, sometime during the day, okay? Oh my God, what are you, new here? What the hell? I mean, you know, what do I have to do? Huh? What the hell, Amanda? What do we have to do? What do we have to do? Don't point at me. It's not polite. Did your mother never tell you that? I know I'm going to start getting text messages. Be nice to Amanda. Be nice to Amanda. I know. Okay, we'll work on it, all right? I can't see across the room. I hope she didn't set me up and put something up there. But you can follow us on Twitter, at Fetch Your News, at FYNTV, or you can email me, chief@fetchyournews.com. Email me now. Tell me to be nice to Amanda and not be so grouchy. chief@fetchyournews.com. And 706-889-9700. 706-889-9700. Saturday on FYNTV.com, I will be moderating an insurance commissioner, state insurance commissioner debate over in Gainesville for the Lanier Republican Assembly. They invited me to be the moderator, and they also have given me the leadway to put the questions together and run the 1 hour debate the way I like to run a debate. So it will be real. It will be a real debate between those candidates for state insurance and fire safety commissioner this Saturday at 11 o'clock. Okay, moving right along. Are you talking to me in there, or did I ruin it for the day? Are you still going to talk to me?
The day is still okay. We'll see. Let's get through it.
Are we still okay?
We got this.
Okay, so I have to get totally out of the way. The left's head is spinning off. They can't take it. I mean, they thought all they had to deal with was, they were able to champion that Mayor Cuomo up in New York wants to allow felons on parole to vote. They thought that would be the highlight of the day, but instead they find out about this secret meeting with Mike Pompeo. But Greg Gutfeld, do you like this guy? I love this guy. He is so witty and he is smart. And it's sometimes the guy frames things to where you get out of the way. Let's hear what Greg had to say about the liberal press reaction to Pompeo and North Korea's meeting.
I think that this is a really bad example for the United States to set for the world. You don't have to like Mike Pompeo, but you should confirm him and let him do his job.
Absolutely. And shouldn't, Greg, the Democrats be applauding the administration for this type of diplomatic overture?
Of course not. How can they possibly handle this kind of achievement from somebody that they despise? We're going to have to truck in thousands of therapy llamas from Peru to deal with the mental breakdown that's going to happen with all of the haters who want so badly for Trump to fail, even if his success could mean an incredible transformation in world safety. I mean, if you denuclearize North Korea, if they unite, if this happens, you're going to have to make some room on Mount Rushmore.
Get the chisel out.
It's interesting. I mean, it must be hard for CNN and MSNBC because they're too busy covering a consensual transactional sex act that happened years ago. I mean, imagine if CNN now were around when the Berlin Wall fell, they would be covering a Love Boat reunion. That is how stupid this is. And by the way, I think it was just a week ago or so, we were talking about how Comey, said that he compared Trump to a mafia boss, and the media was like, "Oh, this is terrible." I think we realized that a mafia boss beats a massage therapist. It's not a bad thing to have somebody who talks tough, who reset the table, and it comes down to a system that we have noticed. Trump enters. He kind of throws the table over, says everything's changed now. He takes the hardest position, and then you have to walk towards him. And they understand that language. You cannot understand ambiguous intellectual paralysis of analysis language, but you can understand that. And I think that's why this is working.
So Greg's saying he came in.
All right, Amanda, you are welcome into this conversation. I asked you to listen to that. A mafia boss beats a massage therapist. How about some of the lines this guy pulled off, right?
I like that.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did.
And how about, could you go online and see where we could get therapy llamas Peru? Is it Peru?
Therapy llamas?
Yeah, where is from Peru?
I will say though, I kind of see Donald Trump as being a mafia boss massage therapist though, because he's very tough, but he's very soothing, which I like the way he speaks. A lot of people don't, but I just like the boldness. And,
you know what? Say that again one more time.
Instead of a mafia boss beats a massage therapist, he is a mafia boss massage therapist.
That's what the Playboy centerfold said.
Oh my God!
I was waiting for that line.
I'm gonna get you a unicorn cup like his. I like that. It was distracting me.
But I want the therapy llamas. I think that we're gonna have to truck in the therapy llamas. And Obama's massage therapy didn't work as well. And I like what Gutfeld said in one respect, and I've always agreed with. They don't understand Donald Trump's language. Donald Trump just turns the tables over, and they don't understand Donald Trump's language, and I'm okay with that. But I just had to say, I got to get out of the way and let Greg Gutfeld play that. I'm going to take another break. I'm going to set up my next segment because I want to talk a little bit about also the divide. And, we're looking into, the news is looking into the media. I will tell you at 6 a.m. At 6 a.m. At 6 a.m. this morning, I guess the National Enquirer has the rights to everything on this penthouse model, or not penthouse, Playboy centerfold that supposedly had a relationship with Donald Trump. Is it Daltrey or Dalt, whatever her name is? Can you find a picture of her for when we come back after the break? And she's a Playboy model for that Donald Trump. And supposedly they are going to release her to talk, and she's going to talk now. That was big news. Even to the point they're going to have this lady's attorney on the show. That was big news on MSNBC. We're going to talk about that. And how about the Attorney General for the state of New York? The Attorney General for the state of New York wanting to bypass. He wants a law passed in New York that will bypass a presidential pardon. I don't know where we're at. And what's the state of the republic if we want to do that? If states are right now, what's the state of our republic? The United States of America, if California wants to be a sanctuary state and they have internal fighting with their local governments that want to join the lawsuit to stop Mayor or Governor Moonbeam, Jerry Moonbeam Brown out there in California, and you have states that want to bypass executive orders from the President of the United States, what is the state of our republic for which it stands? We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these messages.
The Tupelo Tea mission is to provide over 80 premium tea blends for tea lovers who are looking for ways to explore new flavors and blends. Come visit Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge at Sycamore Crossing. Be sure to sample our various varieties of honey and tea. Visit us on the web at tupelotea.com or call us at 706-946-TEAS. That's T-E-A-S. Tupelo Tea, located in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Days ahead. Yellow pollen means green cash at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. The spring savings event is on at Days, and the discounts are deep. Now save up to $11,000 off select new 2018 Chevy Silverados, or up to $6,000 off select new 2018 Equinox. Pick any Chevy you want and save a bunch during the spring savings event going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
find new roads.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I tell you what, I do know so many things that are going on out there that you want to talk about. And I know all the things that the media is sensationalizing this morning. Okay, now it's 8:46. At 9:30, I'm going to, at 9:30 or around that area, I know Amanda usually comes in with something. We'll see what she may have. But around that area, I want to do some Georgia State campaign news, a little bit on what's going on in the state of Georgia with the governor's race, the lieutenant governor, secretary of state, and so on. But, and I know there's so many things that, that people want to push, all right, as far as their narrative today. Now, Dems walk a tightrope on Pompeo nomination. It's coming up Monday. His vote for Secretary of State, all right, and we will see what happens there. But you and I know, and not to rehash the first 30 minutes of the show, that there was actually nothing wrong with an advance team going to North Korea and laying some groundwork and laying some rules and making sure they were on the same page. Let me just shock you with something else that the media will have. They will just gasp. But Minka is off this week, so they've got Casey Hunt and little Willie won't go home, sitting side by side trying to play Joe and Minka. And so Minka's not there to go, all morning long as Joe. Oh, I'm just taken back by these announcements. All right, let me shock you with something else before this meeting in the next 2-3 weeks that may take place. There will be another advance team go. Yes. There may not be a release of the location until they are there. Yes, it's possible. This could happen. For the safety of our president of the United States, it may not. Okay? Now, Pompeo, now our president may be able to sneak in under the night cover there, but the bullet train, and the only reason we call it a bullet train, it's a bulletproof train that Rocket Man will be riding, does 17.5 miles an hour. It's so heavy and it can't move. But they are looking at, does this guy even have transportation? I mean, he's looking for, I heard he was on Travelocity trying to get a flight real cheap, all right? A window seat for the Rocket Man. But seriously, they're wanting to know what kind of aircraft the man even has that can get him 5,000 miles to a meeting. They are, let me shock you with some truth. They will float out multiple locations, okay, in the media. Let me shock you with some more truth. They will probably show up at the meeting, okay? They will probably show up at the meeting. And a press corps will be with them. The press pool will be with them, all right? And they will probably show up somewhere before you know it, where they land. I'm serious. Let me shock you. Now, we will know where they're at, but I'm telling you now, secrecy on this is the utmost importance, because to the media, you need to know where they achieved denuclearization. You need to know that obviously, I made an error the first half of the show in excitement that I'm going to clear up. You need to know, okay, you need to know that where it's at, and the peace treaty that's going to be signed, and the denuclearization and the negotiations is much more important than actually the outcome to the media in the left. All right. Now, let me tell you one more thing that may shock you, is there will be an advanced team 2 or 3 days that will meet somewhere. Maybe not the location they're going to meet, but there'll be an advanced team go. That's why they call it an advanced team, 2 or 3 days before the president, and make sure everything's in place. All right. Now, if the advanced teams cannot come back, I'm going to tell you right now, I hope the Senate, this is my hope, is that the Senate does not derail this trip. Because if they do not confirm Mike Pompeo as Secretary of State Monday, this historic meeting that we have 24 years of failed foreign policy from Clinton, Bush, Obama, and North Korea, if this meeting, if he is not confirmed, and this historic meeting is in jeopardy because Mike Pompeo is not Secretary of State, I hope the Democrats are prepared to deal with this during the election. I hate to turn it into an election, a campaign, issue, but I hope that the Democrats and Republicans in the Senate do not derail this meeting that is getting ready to take place. I hope they don't. We need Mike Pompeo confirmed Monday. You need to call your senator today and demand he is confirmed Monday as Secretary of State. This is not an illegitimate nominee. He's already been confirmed once a year ago by this same Senate. It's not like we had an election cycle and there's 24 new senators there. Same Senate, same people, same committee needs to approve him. That being said, if the advanced team, the President of the United States told you that if the advanced team and they don't see anything that's going to be positive in this meeting or something to take away from the meeting, may not even go, might cancel it. Now, when I say I did set something in error out of being overly excited this morning or upset, I said the 3 Korean Americans, what would be awesome if Donald Trump put them on the plane, okay, and they were able to ride Air Force One back. What I think, I'm hoping, is that the Peace House, the demilitarized zone, we built the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea, and we put the Peace House, the United Nations, we put this area in there for diplomats from the North and South to meet and negotiate a peace treaty, okay? And I'm hoping that the President of the United States, that is an option, meets him at the Peace House in the in the demilitarized zone. That's probably the only way those 3 Korean Americans will end up possibly leaving with the president if that takes place. If the President of the United States and Rocket Man meet somewhere else in the world, obviously they wouldn't be able to get on Air Force One. We will see. But all of that being said, don't get shocked, okay, if there's not multiple meetings. Now, I will tell you this. Remember Ronald Reagan meeting with Gorbachev? Now, President Trump said if the meetings are not productive, He said this, don't forget this yesterday, because watch what the media does, and we're going to work every day to expose their lies. He said he will respectfully leave. Respectfully leave. Okay? If it's not going anywhere, he did. Yesterday he said, I will respectfully leave. Trump is probably being briefed today. This is just my guess, folks. On step by step on Ronald Reagan's demeanor, his tough stance with his meetings with Gorbachev from the USSR. He is probably watching those meetings, being briefed on how they went. All right? He's not an idiot, folks. The media wants you to believe that. He is not. Remember, when he said, I will respectfully get up, don't forget Ronald Reagan. That's the reason I have the book here. Ronald Reagan. All right? I'm going to say respectfully got up and wanted to be home by dinner. You look it up. Say, Ronald Reagan got up, left Mikhail Gorbachev at Reykjavik, got up and left, and wanted to be home by dinner because he was able to see that they were not going to settle anything at this meeting. Look at it. Don't forget, the world cringed when Reagan came out. The media went nuts. Oh my God, Reagan got up and left. What will happen? The world is on edge. I mean, they were supposed to talk about ending long-range missiles, and they were supposed to talk about, human rights. And, Reagan got up and went home for dinner. What will happen? Folks, if President Donald Trump gets up and respectfully leaves, all right? If he gets up and respectfully leaves, don't worry. Please, I'm telling you in advance. This is our advanced show for this meeting. Don't worry. If the President of the United States meets with him 2 to 3 times before everything is done, don't worry. Don't worry. Mikhail Gorbachev, Ronald Reagan. I'm going to take a break, but before I do, I want to play something just to remind you. I caution myself to make this comment before 9 o'clock because of a reason. I do know the father of progressives, Woodrow Wilson, President Woodrow Wilson. I do know Saul Alinsky and the Rules for Radical. I do know Hillary Clinton and all of her radical friends at her 70th surprise birthday party, where they got together and had a meeting so they can all corroborate their stories. I do know all of that. And I know the media has been corrupt all along, and they were corrupt even when Ronald Reagan was in office. But this morning I watched a clip, and it actually made me long for the days for like Sam Donaldson when I watched the media. Sam Donaldson. We're going to play this little clip of President Ronald Reagan and talking about the media a little bit, and a great question from Sam Donaldson and a answer for just the ages. One of the funniest guys there is. Go ahead and play that clip and then come back to me.
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear that I
Howard Baker told me on the steps of the Capitol at the time of the inaugural, he said, Mr. President, I want you to know I will be with you through thick. And I said, what about thin? He said, welcome to Washington.
He was a master at the art of wit as weapon. With a sly, well-timed comeback, he could disarm even the press.
Mr. President, in talking about the continuing recession tonight, you have blamed mistakes of the past, and you have blamed the Congress. Does any of the blame belong to you?
Yes, because for many years I was a Democrat.
So I just watched that clip this morning, and because I don't know why I do it, folks. I got up 4 o'clock this morning. I started watching all of the Gorbachev, Ronald Reagan meetings. I watched a 30-minute meeting in Reykjavik. I watched a 12-minute meeting. I just enjoyed those videos of those meetings. And here's a picture for you. Remember Gorbachev attending Ronald Reagan's funeral? Remember that? I'll never forget Mikhail Gorbachev coming in here for Ronald Reagan's funeral. What if things go so well when Trump dies, Rocket Man visits? Interesting, huh? I don't know, just saying. I know that was out there, but I had to play President and Sam Donaldson saying, can you take any of the blame? He said, yes, for years I was a Democrat. So we'll take a brief break. We'll come back after that. We'll talk about the Attorney General up in New York wanting to bypass presidential pardons. We will talk about Cuomo wanting to let felons on parole vote. What say you? And we'll see what Amanda may have going on that she wants to talk about this morning. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, LJ, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the hot.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you ever want to get in touch with the show, it's 706-889-9700, or you can email me, chief@fetchernews.com. You can follow us on Facebook, find our Facebook page, Fetcher News, or FYN TV. You can find that Facebook page, and also Team FYN Sports. Also find us on Instagram at Fetcher News and FYN TV. You can find us, if you look hard enough, if you will go to our YouTube channel, that is Fetcher News FYN TV YouTube channel, and subscribe. Anytime we do a live broadcast, you'll get a notification that we're live on air. And also a couple announcements. Tomorrow we are at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and we're at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, and we have the Ask the Doc segment with Dr. William Whaley at 8:15. And then we have the All-Star Political Panel. And we have a new show that'll be starting Monday, a 1 hour. The only live online sports show. I mean, we're going at this thing from a multitude of different angles here, so many different angles. I mean, Amanda and Sam and Dave Garner and Luther Kinsey, the staff that's putting together. We got a whole team on this, don't we? I mean, Team FYN Sports. Amanda, we have a whole team working on this, right?
We do.
And it's really great. I'm really excited. And probably what's best is for the team is, I haven't been involved. Is that, or you want to chime in on that, or you want to just let that pass? I mean, I gave you an opening.
Yeah, we've totally taken it over.
Yes, okay.
You're staying out of it.
All right. So, yes, and Dave Gardner, it's called Instant Replay, and we'll be covering everything. Go to FetcherNews.com Facebook page, and you can see the 2-minute video there, Team FYN Sports Facebook page, on what's coming up. Also, Dave will be joining us tomorrow for a brief minute to tell you about the show and what he's working on. That's Dave Gardner, Dave Garner, I apologize for that, Dave, with Instant Replay. So what else we have? We do have a Pet of the Week from the Blue Ridge. The Humane Society of Blue Ridge will have a Pet of the Week and be with us. So, well, one more thing. Well, I'm on a roll. Saturday, the State Insurance Commissioner debate for the Lanier Republican Assembly, the State Insurance Commissioner debate and fire safety will be Saturday, and your host here, BKP, I will be moderating that debate, and you can watch that live on FYNTV.com. Nikki Haley. Now, we talk about divide and conquer, okay? There's a couple things. Let me tell you what's tough on this show. Amanda, I want you to listen because I want you to know what's tough on this show for me. I want you to know just like the viewers. What's tough on this show is getting up in the morning and coming in here and trying to make sure we discuss things that have true information and not go down the rabbit trail, no pun intended, bunny trail of Playboy bunnies, not get diverted down the bunny trail that the media wants to go. Now, some of you out there, I hate to say it, you love the sensationalized stories. You love to hear that somebody was not allowed to wear their Trump hat in class in high school in the Midwest. I mean, I'm not making light of that, okay? You love the stories where somebody was wearing a Trump t-shirt and the teacher made them take it off. Fine. You love the stories of the professor out there, was it San Diego or whatever, that tweeted the very negative, ugly, gleeful comments that Barbara Bush, former First Lady, is dead. I don't say you love, but those are the things that you get caught up in sometimes. Don't get mad at me, sensationalizing. And I'm not going to give the time of day to some of that stuff. I'm not. I mean, did you find the Playboy bunny? Okay. Now, I don't have my glasses on, but there's Trump and supposedly the Playboy bunny. These are things that happened years ago. They did not happen in the Oval Office, okay? These are things that the taxpayers did not. The taxpayers did not spend a dime on. You did not spend anything in a legal defense fund like William Jefferson Clinton. You did not spend anything at all on this whatsoever. If Trump paid the $130 to Stormy Daniels, or Cohen paid it and Trump reimbursed it, well, you paid not a dime. It did not come out of the RNC campaign finance account. It did not come out of the Trump for President campaign finance account. It did not. Not one of these accusations, true or false, cost the taxpayers one dime. Not one of these accusations, true or false, has taken the president away from the duties that he is doing for the American people. There is no way the media, if the media could, now think about this and these alleged affairs, if the media could frame something in the last 14 months of his presidency, that would be the juice. That would be the steak. That would be the sizzle. This is the steak. That would be the sizzle, folks. because he would be in the White House. And the reason he can't get along with the staff is he's too busy with a Playboy bunny. Could you see that on the front page? And Trump leaves. Could you see the headline? Trump leaves. Put the damn picture back up for a minute. Thank you. I know I have such a charming personality today. Trump, would you see the headline? Trump leaves cabinet meeting to go through secret tunnel and diverts and leaves Secret Service agents in the dust to meet Playboy Bunny. Wouldn't that be the sizzle? Wouldn't it be? We've heard the stories of the secret tunnel for William Jefferson Clinton and the Kennedys and stuff. See, these low-life, no-good presidents of the United States spent your tax money and while you were paying them for the job. They bedded young ladies as married men while they were in the White House getting a paycheck from you. You understand? I mean, are you picking that up, folks? Any difference in this whatsoever? It's a big difference. Because he is 100% focused on the American people. He is 100% focused on you. This happened before. Whether you like this or not, the only one that should have a genuine concern here is Melania Trump, the First Lady of the United States. Outside of that, it's none of your damn business, because as President of the United States, when he took the oath of office, as President of the United States, nothing at all can they get him on as far as not being focused and on. The only thing they got is he plays golf. Now, that being said, you have a disgraced FBI, because I am so cautious. I come in and I read stories about James Comey. I will not come in here and highlight the cackling hens on The View that they just yuck it up. They get on there and yuck it up and they just have a great time. And I will not give Joey Behar the time of day of how they're really getting to the bottom of what happened with the disgraced former FBI director. I won't do it. Won't waste your and my time. Now, let me show you. We talk about the money. We talk about the $130,000, not a penny of taxpayers' money. We talk about Michael Cohen, the president's attorney. Okay? The president's attorney. FBI raiding his office and home for documents that exposed that he knew Sean Hannity. And we know Kimba Wood, all right, put her up. Kimba Wood, all right, former Playboy bunny, how ironic, okay, former Playboy bunny. We know that this is the judge in the Southern District is hearing Michael Cohen's case on attorney-client privilege, all right, that she is the one, we know that this morning, that officiated George Soros' wedding. None of this is in the media. George Soros' wedding. I think I sent you that picture. If I didn't, okay. Kimba Wood and George Soros. She is the judge. We know that it was CNN attorneys and MSNBC attorneys that pressured Kimba Wood to release Sean Hannity's name. We know that. But yet Donald Trump is called a mafia boss by James Comey. You know, you're going to tell me this is old news, but there's something interesting about attorney-client privilege. You ever watch those old mob movies and you see, or even The Sopranos, even the most recent one, and you see they like to use weddings and parties, and they all gather over the punch bowl and whisper, all right, because they can't talk. They walk and talk. I mean, you go to The Godfather, it's the wedding. A wedding is when, they all get together, they talk, okay? Do you realize the bust that could have been made at Hillary Clinton's 70th surprise birthday party? So you want me to believe, and this is old news, and I think I have, I don't know what pictures I have on this. Put up David Brock. Now, David Brock was at the surprise party for Hillary Clinton. Media Matters. David Brock is an American liberal political operative, author and commentator who founded the media watchdog group called Media Matters. David Brock was at the birthday party. Okay? Now, they're talking about the $130,000, all right? Let's put up Dennis, is it Ching? I really don't know. Is that how you pronounce his name? How would you do it? Okay. Dennis Ching. Now, Dennis Ching is a guy that nobody talks about in the media, all right? And Dennis Ching, An Evening with Dennis Ching, Hillary Clinton's campaign national finance director, all right? So if he's the campaign national finance director, I wonder if he knew anything about all the payments that went out for Hillary Clinton. So I looked at this article. He was at the birthday party, all right? Now, you got to realize the only reason I am doing this morning is we're talking about Stormy Daniels, a former porn star. We're talking about a fake dossier from Steele, okay? Steele, I forget his first name again. That is a fake dossier that cannot be confirmed, that the former disgraced FBI Director James Comey told Donald Trump in the first meeting he could not confirm its authenticity, true or false. We know the dossier was used to obtain a FISA warrant. We know that Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and McCabe all got together looking for insurance policies. We know an exoneration letter was written in advance for Hillary Clinton. We know she was not under oath on July 3rd, and he came out July 5th with his statement that she was exonerated. We know. Okay? That's it. We know. Flip over to Trump. Fake dossier, FISA warrants, a porn star for a $130,000 hush money payment that claims that somebody threatened her in a parking lot, that the media is going crazy over a sketch. A former Playboy playmate. The list goes on, folks. It's a disgrace of what's happened. But yet, a guy like this, the birthday party. Now, this article is from the Daily Beast, and it came out. This is on the on August of 2015. Okay, this is 2015. We're going into the campaign. Dennis Chang, the finance director of the Hillary Clinton presidential campaign, the man behind what has been predicted to grow to a $2 billion operation, is serious, soft-spoken, unflappable, and a fiercely loyal to his boss. He is never quoted by the press. He doesn't participate in profiles. He won't interview. He doesn't head to cable TV to defend Hillary Clinton against Republican onslaught in the political media sphere, in which contact with the Clintons can be a golden ticket to every green room of your dreams. Chin is determined to be unseen and unheard from. But if some Republican operatives have their way, he's about to become the face of the Clintonian corruption, right? To hear them tell it, Ching is the Clinton family's shadowy and silent partner one who bounces between the various planets in the Clinton universe, tasked with one job that the Clintons value above all else, gobbling up hordes of cash. Okay? And they plan to make Ching known as known to the wider public, hoping that he becomes the face of the interwoven worlds of Hillary Clinton, and if it hurts her fundraising too, well, that's all the better. They point to his time as a fundraiser for Clinton's 2008 presidential bid, his time as deputy chief of protocol in Clinton's State Department. Okay? This guy was deputy chief of protocol in Clinton's State Department, and from there to the Death Star, otherwise known as the Clinton Foundation. Ching has been at the heart of the Clinton's family money machine for years, reading the opening gaffe of a background report provided to the Daily Beast that was together by the Foundation of the Accountability and Civic. Now, let me say this. I don't want to go any further into this article because we find it interesting in the relationship between the Clinton Foundation and the State Department, said Matthew Whitaker, FACT DC Executive Director. Okay, for nearly a decade, Dennis Ching has been one of the main power players at the heart of the vast Clinton money machine. He was one of the leaders of the Clinton Foundation apparatus that raised nearly $250 million, including money from foreign governments, and remains a key figure in the 2016 operation that pledged to raise record-breaking $2.5 billion. Okay? The idea of picking out an otherwise anonymous staffer and portraying him as a modern-day Democrats did it to Karl Rove, Republicans to Axelrod and Valerie Jarrett. Now, that being said, this guy here, okay, we know what happened in the State Department. We know how Hillary Clinton intertwined the Clinton Foundation, okay, the State Department, and her campaign. Right there it is in one person. This guy was wasn't officially involved in the State Department with Hillary Clinton. This guy was officially involved in raising money from foreign leaders for the Clinton Foundation. This guy has been involved financially in everywhere Clinton has been. But we're looking at a $140,000 payment to a porn star that may have come sleight of hand out of a campaign checkbook. Didn't happen, folks. All right? But people like this, in the billions, under the radar, never talked about, never touched, never reviewed, never looked into. Republicans, you hold as much responsibility as the Democrats. I just wanted to say, because at that, you can leave him up there as I talk, but at that 70th birthday party, how about getting your story straight? Huh? Maybe the surprise party on 10/2017, maybe the surprise party spotted at Hillary Clinton's surprise 70th birthday party. I really don't think this was a surprise birthday party. It is old news, but I think it was getting the story straight. There was, let's see, who all was there? Terry McAuliffe, the governor of Virginia, that then became the fundraiser for who else? Andrew McCabe, former FBI director, and let's see, who else was there? Tony Podesta, John Podesta, all right? It just, David Brock, David Kendall, all right? Sidney Blumenthal, Uma Abedin, all right? Just saying, Sidney Blumenthal. How about knocking the door down of some of these people? Do you think around the punch bowl this group got together? There was attorneys there. Hillary Clinton's attorney was there. Maybe they all discussed how to cover themselves for everything that was upcoming. Just saying. Don't know why I went that direction, but every day I keep wondering why people much like this, why the Republicans that have control of everything are not, if it has to be in handcuffs, wheeling these people in. Donald Trump will do it. I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back. I don't want to get sidetracked. I do have another focus I want to deal with, all right? Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia: Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas, just $5.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $5.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes. Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $5.99 each. No one out pizzas the hut.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. I understand. I know it's been almost 2 hours. There's nothing on the desk but one book, and they think it looks great. They think it's much better. I don't know. I do know this. I can understand Amanda. I'm going to say it in public on the air. I'm really not even fit to be around. I can understand that. What do you have something this morning? I mean, what the hell? Do you have something? It's 9:30.
Are you in a slump?
Am I? No, I'm not in a slump. Did you say that? I'm not in a slump. Let me tell you something. All right. I mean, what the hell's today?
It's Thursday. It's
well, I wasn't here Monday. It wasn't here Monday. So Tuesday, I had to get a new phone, right?
Yeah.
Was
I
it
know.
Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. I really like the new phone, but you don't realize till you have to get a new phone how much other stuff you had in the phone and how many things you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Oh, I know.
So Tuesday was frustrating a little bit. I love the phone. What the hell? Is this a phone segment? What do you have?
Well, we missed something on Stormy Daniels yesterday when we were
Oh
talking
my
about
God! Oh my God! Not the double
Don't
D's.
start.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Stormy I'm going around yesterday and trying to find new stuff about her, and I come across a Politico interview.
Wait a minute. Let me just say something, okay? You know, I can't see across the room, all right? Without my glasses. You know that, right? And I don't have my glasses on, right?
Right.
So usually when you put something up, I can't see it, right?
Okay.
This is one time I can see it.
Oh my God.
Just wanted you to know. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to play. Okay, first I watched her and her lawyer's interview on The View, and you know how much I hate The View, so it was pretty painful.
You're really pushing my buttons right now.
Oh gosh. Okay, so John McCain's daughter is asking her about, why. She was very polite about it, but she was asking her, why should you be credible? Duty. She didn't come out and say this, but basically hinting around at duty or profession. Well, I'm sitting and listening to Stormy's responses, and at first to me, she didn't sound intelligent, but she can actually hold a political conversation and is actually very proactive in Washington with sex trafficking marches, with anti-child pornography. This is not her first time in Washington. Also, this is not her first time being around political figures like Hillary Clinton.
Wait a minute. Slow down. I'm going to let you go on. Do you realize, you're going to have to think this out, all right? Do you realize that about 4 times concerning a conversation on this porn star, you used "this is not her first time"? Just letting you know. I want you to think that out. This is not her first time. She's
no dumb blonde. I'm telling you, she is no dumb blonde. And with our software, I don't know if this is going to work correctly. I'm going to wing it. But I've actually got a recording.
We're going to wing it,
I'm going to wing it. But I've got a recording from Politico where she had called into one of their podcasts where she is talking about her political stances. And this has been a couple months ago. I think actually this might have been before or right around the time she first came out with the whole scandal. So I'm going to go to that real quick.
Sort of known as Hollywood for ugly people. This could pose a problem for you. You might not actually fit in.
I'm used to not fitting in. It's okay. And let's face it, there's no names that they can call me that I haven't already heard. So bring it on.
And perhaps we need a bit more spice in our lives here. So actually, you might be a welcome addition. Are there any politicians here that you look forward to hanging out with or meeting or working with on Capitol Hill should this actually bear out in terms of an election?
Hey, I guess we should aim for the top, right? I would love to meet the First Lady. I think she's pretty awesome.
Is it safe to assume
she's not actually a politician, I guess, but I mean, she's not really a politician, but she's married to one, so that'll do.
Yeah, close enough. I mean, is it safe to assume that you're a Barack Obama supporter?
You know what? I am. I agree with a lot of the things he says. I'm really hesitant to say who I do and who I don't support because I think that by naming the politicians and the candidates that I endorse, it might actually hurt them.
That's a very good point. Well, then in that case, talk about maybe some of your colleagues in the adult film industry. Do most of them support Barack Obama?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we were all big fans of the Clinton era. We believe what goes on in people's bedrooms needs to stay in their bedrooms, and politics and government should stay out of it. And that wasn't really the case when Bush was in office. And if you want to go back to who my choice was for president, I was all about some Hillary Clinton. I thought she made an excellent president the first time around.
Well, let's help the voters of Louisiana out here and try to get a rundown of your views. Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Pro-choice. I'm not saying I think abortion is a great thing, but I believe you can't take away people's rights to choose.
What about tax cuts? Do you support more tax cuts or less?
I think definitely pro-tax cuts. I'm pro-funding for schools. I'm definitely for sex education. I know that Vitter's definitely anti-sex education and condom, but I believe that withholding I was always taught that not telling someone all the details was the same as lying, and we as Americans have the right to make an informed decision, and we can't do that without all the information.
What about the information?
Okay, so what you're telling me is there's a strong possibility that once again this leads back to the Clintons and Stormy Daniels actually likes Hillary and pro-Hillary. Is that what you're telling me? Are you telling me all the porn stars were siding? What are you telling me this morning? I mean, I am shocked by that information.
You are.
I can't hear you.
You're shocked by that information?
No, I'm being facetious. Is that the word?
I know. I was about to say, wow. No, I think that I don't want to say that it didn't happen. There is a part of me that believes that it did happen. You know,
what happened? What happened? I'm naive.
The affair.
The affair. What is it? The Fargus affair? I mean, what affair? It was known.
The Stormy Trump affair.
You think it happened?
But it happened a long time ago, and I feel like the Clinton Foundation found this information somehow and blew it out of proportion, like they always do.
So you think?
And now they're going to compile it more and more and more.
So Stormy Daniels, which I do agree, this is a Clinton/Obama. This is all a setup. It's part of the deep state. I know people laugh at me. They think I'm ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
But
if you notice, you're not going to find another interview. That's the only one I found with her saying stuff like that. And this was early on, so she wasn't coached here. And I mean, I don't know if you agree with me, and you also didn't listen to the whole interview, but she's an intelligent girl. She's no dumb blonde.
No, she's no boob.
Mm-mm.
I just don't know why. I can't help it.
Stop.
Is it my fault?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
It is? It's my. I think it's Anderson Cooper's fault.
Oh, man. I know. It is Anderson Cooper's fault.
You know, the only thing I was thinking, the only thing I was thinking the whole time he was interviewing her, Anderson Cooper, those poor damn buttons.
Oh, I know.
Those,
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, and I'm the bad guy. Exactly. I'm the bad guy. You were thinking the same thing. Those poor damn buttons. Man, they got their work cut out for them right now.
Oh, gosh.
All right, anyhow, let's see, I told you I didn't want to sensationalize the show. Now you had me laughing and giggling and everything, and I told you I didn't want no laughing and giggling today. Amanda, I want to tell you how much I appreciate that, because that is actually good work. I appreciate that. That's good for the audience. All jokes aside, that does bring information that I like to have our audience get, and that's a great job, because saying most of the people in the porn star industry were supporting Hillary Clinton. She actually supported Obama. They all support Obama. They didn't support George Bush, so on and so forth. So is it very clear that this is right along? See, actually what you did today actually lines up with, how can you look at like her sham 70th birthday party? This is a long time ago. It's old news. How can you look at that sham surprise? Really?
Yeah.
Do you realize how many people in that room at that party had to have clearances? And do you not realize that Hillary Clinton is a former first lady, whether you like it or not, in their Secret Service. And everywhere she goes, that she has a team that has to know who's going to be in attendance and who's going to be there in advance. So to put the word surprise, I know it's old news, and all of this going down, and she had all of her corruption team around her. So you're telling me that this Stormy Daniels thing could not just be a fluke, that something happened? Oh man! So you think Trump? You think Trump?
He was either at the wrong place at the wrong time too many times.
Too many times.
Or, it happened, and it probably wasn't extensive as she tries to make out, because she tries to make out like they, were carrying on an affair. And
yeah, I don't think actually anything went as far as she claimed.
Yeah, in this Politico article, her nickname that he gave her, little pet name, is Honey Bunch.
Wait a minute, it's what?
Honey Bunch.
What the hell's Honey Bunch?
Honey Bunch, that's her pet name.
Who doesn't say Honey Bunch? I mean, it's like Peanut Brittle. Who doesn't say Honey Bunch?
Is that Lisa's pet name, Peanut Brittle?
No, what the hell's wrong with you? Did you have a lapse? We're going to send you right out to have. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm just saying. I mean, I know you're not allowed to say, right? There's a whole list. You can't say sugar, right? How you doing, sugar? You can't say babe, right? Babe's totally off the list. You can't say darling, right? Darling is gone, right?
What's wrong with darling?
I don't know. I'm just saying. It makes me nervous, right?
That's his pet name for her, though.
I understand, damn it. What the hell you think? I'm crazy? What I'm saying is, I mean, Honey Bunch. I mean, I don't know. I've got uncles that said it before, but they, just say it. Just say it. What's up there, Honey Bunch? All right. Let's move along. Very good. Anything else on the stormy weather front there as you're doing the forecast?
No, I'm going to continue studying the stormy forecast, but that's one reason why I wanted to bring it up too, is because I have not heard her. I'm thinking, I actually Googled yesterday, who is she into politics, because I really don't think that this just started as a, hey, why would you blow the whistle in the first place if you were paid hush money? There is a reason. She is getting funded to blow her cover. There's no reason why it might not be the amount that she may have wanted, but I mean, you're getting $130,000 to keep your mouth shut. It's a pretty easy job. So someone else is paying her even more to open her mouth.
Right. I think I'm with you on that. I think this is a far cry from the 100. I thought it was 140 grand.
Oh, and yesterday.
Oh, and there's something else, huh?
Yeah. I asked Alexa how much she's worth. And guess how much she's worth now?
No, I don't want to gloss over you asked Google. You asked Alexa?
I asked Alexa, and Alexa knew.
Wait a minute, what the hell? So you got an Alexa at the house?
I got 3 Alexas.
Huh?
I have 3 Alexas.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I have 3 wiretaps at home. But Alexa informed me yesterday that Stormy is worth $2 million.
I just got a text. Is Sugar Pie off the list?
Sugar Pie?
Yeah, you got your Honey Bunch.
No.
You can't say Sugar Pie?
No, that's just lame. Honey Bunch is lame. Good Lord. So, no. She's worth $2 million now. And before...
You know what? Let me ask you this. No. I got something. The hell with the $2 million, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, take me serious on this, although it sounds a little off color. So... my generation, or the generation before me, that went up to a lady and said, we're at the diner. Let's go for the diner, right? And we say, darling sugar pie, can I get some more coffee? And now that's out, right? That's wrong. So what do they say today? Yo ho, yo bitch, can you bring me some coffee? Is that acceptable?
No.
Well, then what the hell do they say? I mean, what is a guy supposed to do?
Ma'am.
Ma'am.
Sir.
I think that's out the window too.
Oh, really?
I just wave, and they think they wave back. And they're like, I wave, and they're like, I don't know what the hell you want.
Yeah. No.
And then I point to the coffee cup. I don't know what to do. All right, get back to what you're saying. Alexa told you that Sugar D's was worth how much?
$2 million now.
$2 million.
Mm-hmm. And prior to that,
she parlayed that 140 into a couple mil.
Yeah, well, I think this is from since she's been publicized too, because she's not. I've actually looked at all the films that she has done. She hasn't done that much.
I believe more, and we got to wrap up because I've got two things I want to do. I believe more of the story with the Playboy Bunny than I do Stormy Daniels.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But the Playboy Bunny doesn't have hush money that can be tied to the campaign, tied to Michael Cohen, the attorney, tied to things that could, take Trump down.
Right.
It's just, Playboy Bunny or not, I mean, I don't know what to say you, but Stormy Daniels to me doesn't look good, okay? Just all jokes aside. But the Playboy Bunny, if you see pictures of her, she seems to be an attractive lady.
Right.
I don't even know if maybe I've done something wrong there. Stay with me here. I want to ask you a question on this.
Huh?
What say you? Okay. Now the governor of New York, Cuomo,
mm-hmm.
plans to restore voting rights for paroled felons. Now, there's a catch here, okay?
What's the catch?
All right, well, here's the thing. Governor Andrew Cuomo in New York announced on Wednesday that he intended to restore voting rights to felons on parole, a move that can open the ballot box to more than 35,000 people. The mechanism through which Mr. Cuomo plans to do this is unusual. He would consider pardons for all 35,000 people currently on parole in New York, as well as any convicted felons who enter the parole system each month. What say you?
What was the catch?
Well, the thing is all right, he would issue pardons for them first. See, if they're on parole, that means they're still serving out their term.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he would let 35,000, he would pardon them first. Which means they're pardoned, they never did it, and then they would get to vote. I mean, do you just believe you're reading that kind of stuff?
But what was the stipulation for them to do that? Just
they need 35,000 votes.
Just to vote.
Yes, a move amounts to a legal sidestep of state legislature where Republican-controlled Senate has opposed many of Cuomo's proposed criminal justice reforms. Let me ask you your opinion, and yes and no, and I want to move to something else, okay? Should a convicted felon who has served their term and it's complete have their rights to vote restored?
I believe with a certain amount of time, there's a lot of flaws in the system, especially here in Georgia. I don't know about in other states, but I do believe after a certain amount of time that these kind of things should be reviewed. Like people who were got in trouble very young and then they grow up, have family, that sort of deal. They shouldn't have things follow them for the rest of their life. But I do believe after a certain age and you commit crimes, like there just has to be stipulations on it. It's just case by case basis for me.
I believe in the debt, pay your debt to society,
Right.
as they say. So if you've paid your debt to society, I think you should be able to move on. Amanda, thank you. Let me get this next story here. I appreciate you doing our stormy forecast of the morning.
You're very welcome.
New York Attorney General seeks power to bypass presidential pardons. Now, the president has pardoned Scooter Libby, and it has shocked the nerves of the left. Okay, now Scooter Libby lied to Congress, right? I lied to the FBI. It's okay. You ever think about it? It's okay how many in the FBI lie, but they're not in prison. Who do they lie to? Themselves? Lying to the FBI is a crime. You know that, right? It's a crime to lie to the FBI. And what they do is they keep rotating these people in and catching them in a lie. Look at General Michael Flynn, all right? And so Scooter Libby, that ousted Valerie Plame, is that correct, if I remember right? The whole details there. But Scooter Libby, President Donald Trump rightfully pardoned him the other day. And he was convicted lying to the FBI during President Bush's administration. And they immediately had sent shockwaves because the media came out and said, hey, he is sending a message. You see, everything with Donald Trump, here's the thing when they're done. All of the talking heads, the Harvard Law School professors that they put on with the bow ties on all the shows, when they get done, okay, they can't find the crime in anything Trump has done. Can't find the crime. All right. If at most it's a slap on the wrist. Now, if what Bill Clinton did under oath, lying to the American people, lying to special counsel, all right, was an impeachable offense, which they brought up impeachment, articles of impeachment, and they did, but not a removal from office. All right. Let me just say here, I always like to dig into some things that maybe is not thought of. You see, Bill Clinton lost his law license. He could not practice, okay? They're gone, all right? So, big deal. You see, even if they impeach Donald Trump in the House, the Senate has to remove him. Remember that, folks. Bill Clinton was impeached in the House. But the Senate didn't vote to remove, meaning they did not have the hearings to remove. All right? And that's the second part of it. A lot of people say, well, they impeached Bill Clinton, but why didn't they remove him? Because that's the Senate. It goes to the Senate. It's deep, but that's how it works. You have not had a president, I'm not going to say you've not had a president impeached. I'd have to go through history. What I'm saying is, even Nixon just resigned, okay? Because when you resign, you're no longer under congressional authority and you're no longer under any obligation to report to Congress. And you're no longer, the Congress is no longer able to ethically go further against you. Ask Nathan Deal. He will tell you, the governor of Georgia, just the facts of the facts. But the president has, the executive branch has the power to pardon anybody. And the left, their head is spinning off and they're a nervous wreck, okay? They're a nervous wreck that the president may have a list. The president's not going to be indicted, okay? End of discussion. But the left thinks that they can just damage him, one, by winning the House back and doing an articles of impeachment, okay, which are not going to look good, obviously, or a long list of people they rotate through the Southern District of New York, Judge Kimball Wood, maybe, or anyhow as many as they can and indict them. And how many of them will probably go through the state of New York? That's where Trump's from. That's where his, bada bing, bada boom. That's where his friends are from. That's where most of these things will happen, is in New York. So the New York Attorney General seeks power to bypass presidential pardons. Attorney General Eric T. Schneiderman of New York is moving to change the New York state law so that he and other local prosecutors would have the power to bring criminal charges against aides to the president who have been pardoned, according to a letter Mr. Schneiderman sent to the governor and the state lawmakers Wednesday. The move, if approved by Governor Andrew M. Cuomo and legislature, would serve notice that the legal troubles of the president and his aides may continue without the efforts of Robert S. Mueller III, special counsel investigating possible Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. Under the plan, Mr. Schneiderman, a Democrat obviously, seeks to exempt New York's double jeopardy law from cases involving presidential pardons. Okay? According to the letter, a copy of which was obtained by the New York Times, the current law and the concept of double jeopardy in general means that a person cannot be tried for the same crime twice. There is a such thing in this country that's called the double jeopardy, and states have what's called the double jeopardy clause, meaning, hey, if you can't convict them the first time on this, not a hung jury, but a not guilty, you cannot have double jeopardy and get to try them again. But New York wants to exempt that so they can continue to go after Trump's friends in this matter. It is 10 o'clock, meaning tomorrow morning will be Friday. Today's Thursday. We'll be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge, 8 a.m., and we will see you there. I do have to go. It's 10:01. I'm getting a hook over there in the studio. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. That's all I know to say. It's 10. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm out of here.